Well, good morning. Today is just one of those days. Do you ever feel like everything's going along really well in life, and then all of a sudden something just blindsides you, and you're just kind of like shaken? I just find it interesting that people can just come at you without having any idea of what you have done to accomplish what you're doing for them. Interesting enough, or ironically, just the other day, Glenda and I were talking about how during the pandemic it was almost so peaceful because the chaos of life just calmed down. I feel like too, like I'm busier now with all the things that I'm involved in than I ever was when I just worked retail. And that's kind of a weird thing because at retail, I can be a workaholic. Like I'm constantly thinking about things. And that's part of the problem is my brain is an overthinker, which I always want to do. I always want to encourage people. I want to excite people. I want them to hold on to whatever it is that they're passionate about. Because that's what social media is, and that's what living is. That's what we do to fulfill our lives. And I know what it's like to feel like nobody is paying attention to all that hard work. It's hard to be able to stand on your foundation and say, like, this is my art. This is who I am. And even though there's a lot of us who have confidence and are like, well, it doesn't matter, because like 90% of me is like, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. This is my art. There's still that other percentage where it just weighs on you after a while. Like, relax, guys. This is mine. Go do your own if you don't like it, And that I think has to do with music in a lot of ways. Or at least I'm affected by that in the music scene right now quite a bit. That's the other part of everything, right? Like, how do we become better? And some people I've come to realize are just stuck in the rut of their lives and they don't want to change for the better. And it makes me sad all across the board. Like, usually who I get is kidney issues. Like, oh, I'm, stage 3 kidney issues. And they say I might have to go on dialysis. And I'm like, okay, let's sit down and talk about what do you eat? And then we start talking about that. And before I know it, I can know within like 5 minutes whether or not they are going to be responsible in saving their lives and getting better and possibly not even going on dialysis, or if they're going to continue their path they've always done and then be the victim in the end. When you're having these bad days, these hard days, these days where you're like, I just want to sit in a hole and cry. Maybe it's a good time to just sit in a hole and cry. Maybe it's time to go outside and take a walk and yell if you need to. Punch a pillow, do something, work out. They always say that working out helps that cortisol level drop because cortisol is your stress level. And it's hard when your personality, like me, because my personality is always going to be like, it's going to be okay. Like I am usually the ray of sunshine and hope. And it's hard when you have to be that for yourself. I have to flip that into thinking, well, I can be. Okay. Challenge on. Let's do this. And so those little flips like that really help your mind get back on focus. And that's where I think that we can pull ourselves out of a moments of depression or sadness or impossibility, is when we can recognize those little flags and say, wow, I'm feeling really sad. I'm feeling really depressed. I feel off today. I'm so tired. And then you can say, what am I going to do? And I'm going to be very, very honest. Maybe it's ordering a pizza. Maybe it's having that cheeseburger. Hopefully not, because, we still have to be responsible for ourselves. But if you have one sad day out of the month, and that's the day that you're going to eat a cheeseburger with a bunch of fries and a chocolate shake, well then, girl, go for it. Or person, go for it. So anyways, I feel better because I actually started talking about it. When it comes to dialysis, I think one of the probably the most frustrating part is like you can't just get up and go. Like, if I think about it, I don't have Ben this week, and I don't have Charlie this week. I do have Donnie, but technically, let's say I was single, I could just jump in my car and go to the beach in California. It's 8 hours away, but I could go do that. I could go sit on the beach, dip my toes in the water, go in the water, walk around, meet new people, get some sun, have some refreshing sea breeze, and just renovate myself. And then in a couple days come back. But the reality is I need a hotel room. I need a place to be able to do my dialysis exchanges. I have to have a vehicle that can take me there and back and be able to hold my dialysis for those many days. I need money to be able to afford to eat and have a shelter. Like, I can't sleep in my car because of dialysis. So there's all those things, and that's what can hold you back sometimes. Even going up to Mount Lemmon, which is about an hour and a half away, and going on a hike, I have to think, well, do I do my exchange on the way up? Or do I do it here, then go up, hike for a little bit, then get back in the car, do my dialysis exchange back down? So it's a lot of thought. If you get in that state of mind, then maybe think about smaller things like, I'm going to do my exchange at 11. I'm going to go out to grab a pizza or, something comforting, maybe Chinese food. Come back, watch a movie, eat some of my food, and then, or have my food delivered, and then have another, just a day of me, just a day of where I can rest my soul and my being and refresh myself in my own way. And that's important too. So along with preparing for dialysis and preparing for your life change in dialysis, of doing the dialysis, also prepare for those days where you feel left out, sometimes forgotten, sometimes just so overwhelmed with the whole mental part of dialysis that you set up a plan that says, like an emergency backpack, how we have to have that in case something goes down. We got to grab that backpack and get out, and we'll still be able to do an exchange or two, right? You need to have a self-pampering emergency plan so that you can say, I'm feeling sad, and here's how I'm going to combat it. I'm feeling lonely. These are the people I can call. I'm feeling like this is overwhelming. Here's who I'm going to email or text or messenger, like reaching out to those people, or reach out to me, whatever it can be. I need to be better about the YouTube. So if you go on YouTube and you're on Facebook, be sure to friend me, because I respond to Facebook much faster, because I don't see the notifications in YouTube as fast, but I will do my best to look better. So anyways, I hope that helps. It helps me. Those are kind of the things that I do. So anyways, have a good day. Stay happy, or at least stay focused on that it's just one day, just one hiccup. Tomorrow's going to be better. So, okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. So my delivery driver came. Look how he put my boxes. This is what I fixed. This is him. Oh my God. Well, the good news is he's really quiet coming up the steps. So that was pretty cool. And then I'm like, okay, so it looks like it's the same stuff from Thailand. But check this out. So this is yellow, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, I got only yellow boxes. I'm going to run out of green real fast. And then I realized this has green on there. So I actually did get a couple boxes. And then this one, I don't even know what it is. I tell you, men.